Have you ever seen a baby Dalmatian rock to sleep?
Yes, because you showed me a video of it.
I think that everybody should see a baby Dalmatian.
Should we open with that?
I think we should. So a lot of times we close with a puppy video. And so people that don't stick with us the whole time sometimes miss
That's true. We should.
the amazing adorableness
Yes.
that is puppies.
Little puppy.
A little baby Dalmatian.
Okay. I got the little human puppy story. We have a sweet young man who has been coming to church who's on the spectrum. He's been there for the last month. Aww. And so he was there right as we opened up. So he was there talking to me for the first hour and a half of setting up for church. And he kept asking me, do you have a wife? And I said, yeah, I have a wife. But I was really busy. I was kind of moving around. And he said, well, who's your wife? I said, she's the most beautiful woman that comes to our church. He's like, oh, yeah, okay, I've seen her.
Aww.
He's like, yeah, you hug her in the front, and sometimes you kiss her.
Aww.
But not too much, because you're a man of God, and this is God's house. And so his framing, somebody kind of gave him the wrong framing on romance. He thought that was not. I said, God created romance. He's happy with our romance.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
So while you were having that conversation, a little bit later, I was with the kids in church, and we were talking about the writings. And so the last book of the writings that we talked about was Song of Solomon. And the curriculum that we're using, they sing this funny song, and it goes like mushy, mushy love songs. But totally, like, God loves romance.
Yeah. So we've been doing this this is our 4th episode.
Yep.
And we were realizing that we wanted to explain kind of some of our internal thinking. What we have is an organizing principle. And at the end, if I remember, we have a free gift for those of you that are watching. So stay posted till the end. Before we do, should we do like a quick rundown? Because the last time we talked, we were getting into some of like the real crisis of the shutdown. Do you want to give an update on anything? I know I had in my list, we did Halloween. You had a meeting, one of the first meetings with the BRN team.
Yeah, it's been a really busy, week and a half? We've done all the first 10 days of November, which included for everybody Josh's birthday. So send him birthday
But I thought
wishes.
I was turning 45. I only turned 44. So up until a week before my birthday, I thought I was turning 45, and I gained a year. I was so excited.
You had a birthday celebrated, a whole extra year of life
That's
didn't
right.
know you had. So that was the highlight of the last 10 days, for sure. We're very grateful for you.
Thank you.
Very grateful. Tomorrow, speaking of grateful, we celebrate Veterans Day. So giant thank you to everybody who has served to protect our country and to just give us this amazing place to live.
Yes.
That is such a gift to be here. And yeah, we had a meeting with our BRN stewardship team. So one of our themes, I was sharing this with a friend today, is that this concept of stewardship, just that we have been given so many amazing things and we want to use them really well. Like just because we have a lot of stuff doesn't mean that we can just like be wasteful or willy-nilly with it. It's really like the more we're given, like the more we want to steward over it, even that much better.
That's right. Those of you that were in church, you know I talked about this.
And I had no idea.
She didn't hear that sermon.
No.
I told the church like my relationship with Matthew 25 and the parable of the talents. That was what got me to Baltimore. Because you take it literally, like, hey, if God's like entrusting stuff to us and he's going to hold you to account at the end of what you did with it,
right?
You just take what he's saying there, the principle literally. you have to take account of your life of like, well, what has God entrusted to me? I have to make sure like I'm not playing by somebody else's story, right? I'm not just like trying to fit a cultural mode or even like what I would think would be like, okay, that's it. And so I think, for me in 2016, it was like, nope, I'm designed by God to be a planter. Like I have to start stuff. And I was really blessed by Brian Broderson, Calvary Chapel, and the position that I held. But I knew like I am not doing what I was designed to do.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. So, multiple times today, and it's what? So, we're doing this at like 8:15 at night. So, we've done some hours of the day so far, and multiple times just in this 24-hour period, I have run into, I think, 3 or 4 different people that have brought up that exact topic. So, what do you think? Do you think that we should do jobs just for the sake of paying our bills, or should we pursue trying to figure out what it is that we were created to do? Does work serve a bigger purpose? What do you think?
I think I struggle with that. I want to believe that we should be doing what we feel like we were designed to do as our core work. The question is like, can I create enough monetary value in the world that I'll be compensated for the thing that I'm like really passionate about?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I don't know. I think there is just this general value that's placed on, exerting energy and being compensated for it and taking care of your family, and you take what work you can get. But at the same time, I I tend to believe like that garden Genesis 1 and 2 framework of be fruitful, multiply, subdue, and rule, and that we're each in a garden. We have our garden, and we're trying to identify like, okay, what is the work that he has me doing in the garden? And so for people where it's just like, wow, they're doing what they love to do, that's awesome. But I think I wrestle with is that like a Western framing of it, of just like, of pursuit of happiness. And I'm not fully decided yet. But I
It's
know
a tough one.
I love what I do. I'm very, very, very happy. And I know that angst around like, nope, this is not right, was what kind of has moved me from place to place. And I'm so grateful that God's let me do the things that I love to do. And I wish that for other people. Yeah. What do you think?
I struggle with it too. I think there's inherent value in just working and doing a good job, the best that we can do, wherever it is we're placed at that time. And the same, I don't have research to support this,
Mm-hmm.
but my experience has been that, like most people that I've talked to, especially later in life where they feel like fulfilled, they have moved in some way through their life towards what they feel was productive and helpful to other people.
Yeah.
So I think it's a progression, and we go through multiple seasons of life. I know we're, as a couple and as a family, like we're in this new season.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't have any regrets about the last 5 years of my professional life. I think it's been an amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of ways these seasons build on each other. But ultimately, I do believe, whether it's something we get paid for,
Mm-hmm.
or something we are just like blessed to be able to spend our time in, that we do all have something to contribute to other people.
Yeah.
And that's fulfilling in and of
There's
itself.
got to be some layering in of the scenario with like John 15:16, where Jesus says, you've been chosen to bear fruit, and not just fruit, but fruit that remains.
Mm-hmm.
And so somehow there is this life work that we're doing, that is the fruitfulness of God through us. And as much as that can be tied into a job that pays money, that's great.
Yeah.
But culturally, we're going to wrestle with this as AI comes on the scene, and there's like upheaval and new work that's created. and there's displacement of workers. And yeah, I think the best framing for a person going through the AI age is going to be a Christian and understand that God designed work to be a good thing. So, all right. A little bit sidetracked because I wanted you to talk about the shutdown and feeding people.
Oh, I got distracted. But by good
We
stuff.
both did, yeah.
We did. So the shutdown is still on. I've lost track. We're on day, what, 40?
40 or 41.
40 or 41.
It's coming to a close,
November 10th. We're almost done. And I don't know. We're going to see. This has been, even with just like feeding people. And so I saw an article this morning where it was like, no, the states were going to fund SNAP, but now they're not supposed to fund it anymore. And they've been ordered not to fund it. It's a federal program. So I think my general takeaway is just the mass amount of confusion and upheaval, even with SNAP, whatever happens with it, when they figure out how to get it funded, whoever it is that's putting the money into it. When the shutdown does end, it looks like this time next week, maybe everything will be officially over. Maybe we'll see. It's going to take a hot minute to figure stuff out. And so we have seen massive amounts of people just looking for food, for money, for assistance. And we figured out this week, we were filling out a survey. And so it asked us, like, how many people do you think you've turned away since the shutdown began because of lack of resources, right? Like, so we already are used to feeding 500 to 600 families a week. And we estimated that we probably turned away 500 since October 1st. That was eye-opening. That was hard to see.
Yeah. There's definitely an increased demand, and there's been an increase in food as well. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. On my side, I know with Food Access Coalition, there's a lot. Was 25 new pantries that reached out wanting to be a part of the Food Access Coalition. And there's no way to really to supply all that food through the Food Access Coalition. But my kind of spiel with these sites is you need to be out there trying to source food on your own. And if you find like too much food, that's more than you can handle, you can push that into the network and offset your costs by us trucking it around for them and moving it for them. So yeah, there's a lot of good things, but it's because of a lot of suffering and hunger and yeah. Man, what else? We had fun Halloween. We did Halloween in the city, took the kids trick-or-treating through the neighborhood.
Halloween in the city is the best.
Yeah.
And we had the best costume ever. If you haven't seen it, well, we'll show it to you because we thoroughly embarrassed our teenagers in the most fun way ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, best costume ever. So we're going to look for another meme for next year. That was a blast.
Yeah. Really quickly, I want to ask you to guess how many pallets of food do you think that the Compassion Center received last year?
Oh, wow. I have no idea. If I sat here, can I use a calculator? Can I guess?
Yeah. Guess a number.
Okay, hold on. We're getting my calculator out to guess a
whether
number.
You're over or under.
Oh, man. I know. I feel like this is a game. Okay.
What
okay, so my guess is 1,768.
You're way under.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You're way under. So in 2024, the Compassion Center distributed 3,922 pallets of food.
Are you serious? Okay, hold on. I got my calculator. So 3,922. And we estimate on average that a pallet weighs
750 pounds.
Whoa!
What do you got?
So I have 2,941,500 pounds of food.
That's right.
Man, that's a lot.
Do you think we've gotten more this year or less?
More.
That's right. We have had more. So year to date, as of last week, it was 3,957 pallets.
No way. Okay, so that's what 3,900 times about 750.
Yeah.
So that's 2.967750. So just under 3 million pounds.
Yeah. I think we probably, after this last couple days, we probably went over the 3 million mark.
What happened the last couple of days?
Well,
It was so crazy yesterday.
we had church.
Surprise.
We have
After
church, and then we do a small food distribution for our church community.
Which is like, what, 30 to 50 people
Yeah,
that come
35, yeah, 30 to 40. That's at the center. And then, but when we came over, the truck had already picked up a bunch of food from Amazon, and it was ready to be unloaded. So we quickly actually they unloaded a couple pallets of food, then they parked some pallets on the sidewalk. We did the distribution, and then we started unloading. And the truck left to go get more pallets of food.
And then the truck came back.
That's right.
And then the truck left. And then the truck came back.
Yes. All of you pastors' kids out there, you know what it's like to have to wait for your parents to be done doing ministry, but you have no idea the suffering that our kids go through.
We have a couch upstairs in the office, and one of our teenagers just really very kindly curled up under a blanket
and went to sleep.
Yeah. It was like, wake me up when you guys are done.
Yeah, we left at 6. It was a fun, long day. Amazing team that's there helping receive all the food, put it away.
They're incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. Yes.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the unifying principle that we call parable.
Yes.
How did we get there? So we've been married for almost 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had a lot of conversations about work experience, dreams for the future, things we would love to do in the future, our skills, the things we're passionate about. So what's the best way to explain how we got to April, that whole journey?
I think it was I would describe it like anything else, right? Like everything, I think all of the good things start out as just a big old mess of just exploration and talking about all the different ideas. And you start to recognize patterns where you see okay, hold up. We really keep circling back to these things.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and there's stuff that we're already involved in, things that already exist at varying states of growth and sustainability.
And there are things that we love, things that are life-giving that we get excited about. I think the stuff that we're man, I don't ever want to do that again. Those things didn't make it on the list.
Yeah. So how do you take, if you're married and you have this vision for doing life together, how do you take all those data points of personality, of existing entities, of vision for the future, past work that you've done, how do you put all that together and figure out the unifying principle?
Well, so if you're married to this man, you take all of those things and you put them into AI.
That's right.
And you say, hey, I have all this stuff. Help me recognize these patterns.
Yeah. And that's what I did back in April.
Yep.
Because it's been this ongoing conversation of all these different pieces, like puzzle pieces.
Right. And there's things that we recognized, right? So my background is in psychology. And so I'm in love with all the personality tests. I love that stuff to pull it apart. So we had talked about that a lot.
Yep.
You enjoy that.
Yep. I've ran 3 colleges. I've worked in the communications department for a church. I felt called to be a pastor. There's all these different pieces.
Yeah.
Personality tests, life experiences. Yeah. So we put them all in to AI, And through a conversation with AI, the great thing there is it's able to take multiple data points.
Right.
Total sidetrack. This is why it's really helpful with healthcare and like DNA and mapping DNA, because you take all this data points that it's really hard for a human to kind of wrap their head around.
Mm-hmm.
And it gave us these 4 pillars.
Right.
We already had talked about it, this thing that we want to be and do being called parable.
Mm-hmm.
But through this conversation with AI, we got what we call our 4 pillars. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a game changer for me when we were able to write these out, to be able to see like, whoa, like we talk about for Baltimore Relief Network, how like I feel like we're building a house, a structure around this like living, breathing thing. And parable was like that for me, where it was just like, it really helped me to see like, wait, these are the things that we really believe in, and this is like what we're building around. Yeah. So can we talk about what they are?
Yeah, let's talk through them. Yeah, so what are the 4 things that Josh and Kristel together feel called to do?
That's right. Yeah. And I think this is integral for anybody that is married, right? Like take a hot minute and figure out like, what are the things that you both love that you're called to? Because there's things that like as individuals we feel passionate about, but as a couple, like God put us together for a reason.
Yeah. And I'll just kind of throw in here that the way that we see our relationship and the vision that we have for marriage is this partnership of being in a garden, like Genesis 1 and 2, called to be fruitful, multiply, subdue, and rule. That's given in Genesis 1 as the culture mandate to both the man and the woman. They bear God's image. They're blessable, covenant-keeping image bearers of God. That's Gary Brashears for you.
Thank you to Gary.
Thank you to Gary.
And the garden that we find ourselves in is not necessarily surrounded by like cucumbers and tomato plants, although those things are awesome. Right? Like the garden, the proverbial garden we find ourselves in, that is like the place where God has put us physically in the world in this moment.
So the first pillar is provision.
Yes.
What does that represent?
The stuff that we need to stay alive, like the super basic of basics. So like the stuff that we do at the Compassion Center is a perfect example. It's like a manifestation of how we work within that provision pillar. Like we need food.
Yeah. So you run Baltimore Relief Network. I co-lead the Food Access Coalition in Baltimore City.
Yep.
All of that is helping provide for people who are in need. By the way, next Sunday, Matthew 25, chapter 25, 31, and it's all of caring for the least of these.
Oh.
So excited.
Oh, that's perfect.
We're in one of my favorite chapters of the Bible. Okay, so anyway, provision, very important to God. Something that's thrilling to us. Like yesterday, being at church, it's exhausting, but like having truckloads of food come in. And not only do we have like truckloads of food, we're putting it away, but our team is doing a distribution while we're putting away food. So the food is just like going out the door and caring for people. And I mean, that just gets us excited.
It's the coolest thing ever. There is something just very like, I think intrinsically built into us where like just caring for people's basic needs is amazing. I saw there's a nonprofit in Baltimore where they have set up this place where women can come in and just get showers. And it made me cry. It might make me cry sitting right here because it's like one of those like super basic things, but like the smallest physical blessings can mean so much.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yep.
Provision. What's the second thing?
You tell me. Provision's one of my favorites.
Community.
Yes.
The second, which is the idea of forming a community, and its current biggest expression in our life is Haven City Church, which is a spiritual community that worships Jesus. We're brought together because we believe the gospel, carrying out kingdom mandate in Baltimore City. So that community exists, but it has the ability to be broader than that. And we've got vision. So in each one of these pillars, so you got provision, you have community. We'll talk about the other two, but it gives us room to run, not with just the existing entities that happen,
Right.
but it gives us space to do even more in those areas. So there's community.
Yeah. And community is it's just such a cool thing to watch. So community can be intentional, like we can create community, right? We're like, hey, I want to get together, or we recognize like people are lonely. But one of the coolest things to watch is how community has developed organically in the places that we're at. And so I'm sure we've talked about this before, but just going, like just walking down our street before a distribution, it's so cool. It's like they have created their own community, like the folks that are like joining at certain times. And then people have been telling me stories literally all week long about like how like different groups have just like broken off and decided to like, hey, we want to go hiking together. Or there's a group of ladies who are like, hey, like we'd really love to read this book together. And so community to me, there is this sense of like together. And yeah, whether it's physically in person or virtual togetherness.
Yep.
There's just so many awesome ways, and we were made to be together.
Yep. And you're a part of our community too when you watch this. The third pillar is development. And so that refers to the idea of like self-improvement, personal growth. And that pillar's there because I have this history in starting colleges, running colleges, and I just love that space.
You do. That's one of your favorite ones.
Yeah. So we have kind of our pillars that we gravitate to. I kind of gravitate toward the middle two. You're kind of on the end too. But that one's in there because I'm always looking to like, hey, how can I be a part of a group of people that want to move forward? What can I contribute? What can I teach? I've ran internships for the last 20 years of ministry. Always looking. So under that pillar, we have the men's discipleship home, which is a home that Pastor Adolfo runs in Baltimore City about training men. But when we also I created the sermonprep.app website.
Is that only for people who want to create sermons?
No, I really named it poorly. But it's using and harnessing AI to help with the inductive Bible study process. So anybody who wants to prepare a Bible study or do their devotion, then it's a great tool. And hopefully it is a tool that just assists people with their Bible study. And it's not for just sermons. And it's free, so you can go and check it out. And there's other stuff. There's stuff that I'm writing. There's other things that I've got vision for in that space when it comes to development. Anything else you want to say about development?
There's so much to say about development. I would love to know what people would like to learn about. I'm always that person where I'm like, I want to know what you want to know. Yeah. And it's just, like asking, I like to ask all the questions, right? So like, there's so much to know, and I feel like I don't even know what I don't know. So I'm excited. Yeah, it's fun to learn and to grow, and we should always be moving forward in some way.
Yeah, I think we will have some future episodes where we kind of branch off into that direction, where it's like this is some training or how to think through these things. That might be happening. Yeah.
Yep, that'd be fun.
Last parable number, or last pillar number 4, which is what?
Renewal.
Tell me about renewal.
Oh, it's my favorite one. Does anybody go to the gym and like you work out really hard, you get an awesome workout, and then you get to either like go sit in the steam or the sauna, like the steam room or the sauna room, or in one of the recovery chairs with like the hydro massage. And it's all about celebration. It's like celebrating the hard work, celebrating that we made it through. It's a time. It just, for me, it like ties all the other pillars together. Like we got to feed people, we got to work hard, we got to learn, we got to be together. And now we just get to celebrate. It's like the tiniest little taste of like the forever celebration that we get in heaven.
Yeah.
And I love renewal. Can you tell?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's definitely a theme for you.
Mhm.
So under that pillar, the reason why AI said, "Hey, this is what you should have as a fourth pillar," is
Mhm.
because we've got this dream of someday having like this property that's like a vineyard, winery space
Yes.
for renewal.
Yeah, for renewal, for people to gather together, whether it's like just two people together, or where you can have a wedding or a celebration, or where you can just sit by yourself in like a quiet, peaceful, natural place and
Hmm.
just take in like the growth and the life and the beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
all
happen
the
to
things.
live around a bunch of beautiful wineries. It's an amazing setting that you and I enjoy being in. It's just, and it is a setting for renewal, like renewed vision for life, of motivation, of like, oh yeah, God has embodied me. I'm not just a disembodied spirit, but I have a body.
Hmm.
All of those things are a blessing. So those are the four pillars of parable.
That's right.
And if you want to see them, the little secret is you can go to parablevineyard.com and you can see this. And so this, the thing about that website is it's just our organizing principle of what it means for Kristel and Josh to do life together, to be fruitful in the world. Those are the
Yeah.
four areas where we're focused on. And there are multiple entities that exist in those four parables. Some of them are nonprofit. Some of them may be for-profit entities.
Mhm.
Some of them may be just one-off events, an initiative of like, hey, under the pillar of community, we're going to just do this one thing here,
Mhm.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes it's fun to just get together.
That's right. So there is a cool gift that we want to give to you. Under the development pillar, I have created a fun app for couples to help find their shared purpose and mission in life. And
Mhm.
it's called Unity Path, and it's unitypath.app is the website. And so you can go there. It's harnessing technology to do kind of a similar process
Mhm.
that we did it in April. Not exactly the same thing, but it uses that framing of be fruitful, multiply, subdue, and rule.
Mhm.
It takes into account the personalities and the context of the couple's lives. It asks some questions and it spits out some really awesome results. And so that's free. If you want to go to unitypath.app, you can check it out. And that hopefully is a blessing to people.
Yeah. It's a blast. I enjoyed trying it. I think what's important to know is that if you're watching it by yourself, if you're watching this by yourself, or you're like, man, like there's no way I can like sit down with my spouse in this moment to do it together, you don't have to,
No.
which is cool. Like I got to test it out on my phone, all on my lonesome,
Yep.
and read all about us. It was fun.
Yeah. It starts off with asking for like results from personality tests or assessments that a person might do. So
Right.
you may need that from your spouse. You could do the Enneagram, you could do Myers-Briggs, you could do DISC.
Hmm.
It'll ask for the results from that. You don't have to upload your PDF results. You could just put in your score, and that's the starting point. And then it takes more data points in if you want to give it, or it just will take your personalities and just say, hey, here's how you complement each other. It's
What's
fun.
one thing that you learned about me that you didn't know when we did personality tests?
That you're driven. The Enneagram, yeah, says that you are a challenger. Is that what it says you are?
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. It was the some of the framing I don't think was accurate for either of us, but
No.
the downstream from that, when the app talks about like, hey, here's how you probably will interact, it was pretty accurate. Like here's what
Shockingly
your
so.
interaction looks like. Here's where you're gonna rub each other the wrong way, or there might be tension. It's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great starting point for conversation.
Yeah.
I think a few times I said, is that how you feel? Questions I wouldn't have thought to ask you. So,
Yeah.
yep. Have fun with it.
Awesome. Well, anything else we got to? Oh, do you have any? We showed a puppy video.
Yes, the baby Dalmatian.
Yeah.
Yes. So I have something totally different topic just for fun.
Okay.
I actually have two things. But
Okay.
you want my just for fun?
Yep.
Okay, so it's kind of fun, and it's also a little controversial because, okay, so we got through Halloween. Halloween was controversial, and
immigration was controversial. The shutdown's controversial. The NIH is controversial. Yes.
all the things, right? And controversy, I think, is good to a certain degree, right? Like it makes us think, let's like push ourselves a little bit to be open-minded, to look at some things that we wouldn't normally look at.
Right.
That's good. That's good. Because can I just say that there's a lot of things in this world that are just all messed up. And we're all dumb sometimes. All of us are dumb sometimes. And there's things that are broken. And I'm on this personal quest to find some of the dumb things that I might be able to like help fix just a little bit. Because some things don't need to be so hard. And so there was something, though, that was very hard this week for some people. Okay. So this was not it, because the thing that was hard for some people, I couldn't actually get my hands on. But so I went to a store. Do you know what these are? Oh, it's upside down.
Cranberry Bliss Bar from Starbucks.
Oh, from Starbucks. What happened this week at
There was
Starbucks?
rioting. There was rioting at Starbucks.
A riot at Starbucks.
Yes.
Yes. What caused that riot?
There was some bear. Was it a bear cup?
Like a bear cup. Yes.
I said somebody took like a honey bear and just like dumped it out and filled it with their coffee drink.
That's what it looked like. With just like
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I totally missed it, but I didn't miss the riots.
I looked it up, the teddy bear, because I had seen an ad for it. And I was like, man, I don't think I want one of those. I did see a Christmas tree mug today at Starbucks that I do want. But it was $20. I couldn't bring myself to pay $20 for a Christmas tree mug.
No.
But so I can't solve the world's problems over like the riots over Stanley Cups or Starbucks bears. But I did buy us cranberry bliss bars.
That's wonderful.
Thinking maybe that would bring some Starbucks bliss to our lives.
Thank you. That's very cute. Yeah.
They're really good. I ate one in the car.
It looks excellent.
Mm-hmm. You want a more serious one?
Yeah. You have another one?
I do.
Okay.
I had fun this week. It's been a busy week. I was at Starbucks. I also had to go into CVS. And so standing in CVS in line, I had this bizarre experience where I was standing there and I was watching the people around me, and they're all standing there on their phones. And people have a lot of opinions about that. And I wasn't in the mood for it. Like, I didn't want to stand there on my phone. I wanted to interact with human beings or like take in my surroundings. I don't know. I had like this anti-cell phone moment. And so I'm standing there and I noticed, because I wasn't looking at my phone, that they had these old-fashioned things in line.
Really?
Called magazines.
A magazine. What's this?
Do you remember when magazines were a thing?
I do.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought 2 magazines.
Before you bought 2 magazines, but before you do, were you ever subscribed to any magazines as a kid or a teen?
I'm subscribed to magazines now.
You are?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
That's
were you?
right. Yeah. Oh yeah. I got Clubhouse. I got the Focus on the Family one. I got I got one for baseball, trading baseball cards, I think. Yeah. Yeah, magazines were cool.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
I get excited. So last year for Christmas, do you remember what I asked for?
The National Geographic subscription, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Those are cool. Those are classic. That's a classic magazine.
It is. And there's
like
animals.
Reader's Digest.
Oh, I remember that.
You remember that one too?
Yes, we had those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad actually got published in one. Yeah.
Oh, we should find that one.
That would be fun.
I bet they have a copy of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was one of those blurbs about like little suggestions that you mail in. Yeah. He wrote like a little suggestion about like if your kids are learning to pour themselves a drink, you should have them pour their drink on an open dishwashing lid. And so if they spill, you just close the dishwasher lid and door and they're set. It's great. That was brilliant.
When we have grandchildren, we're going to do that.
Yeah, I love it.
Everyone's going to be like, why are you pouring your cereal into the dishwasher?
I was very proud of my dad. Shout out to Scott Taransky for that getting published.
That's an excellent tip. I love it.
Reader's Digest. Okay, sorry.
I love it.
I'm getting us off track here.
Okay. So magazines. So there were magazines. I got excited. I bought a Taste of Home magazine. I'm going to make new recipes. We actually took the Taste of Home magazine into a doctor's appointment, one of the boys and I.
Yeah.
And we sat there and we looked together at a magazine instead of at our phones. And I learned all about stuff that like he would want to eat and create together. It was this amazing experience, like a pre-cell phone experience.
Yeah.
All right. But so there was another magazine that was a little bit more serious.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
I think, I don't know. Am I?
Have you seen this on my desk? Okay. I bought it just to see what your reaction was.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Jesus.
Time
Is
magazine.
he man of the year? Finally, he's man of the year. Jesus, who he was, who he is, his miracles, his mission, and his love. Somebody else bought Time magazine. That's very cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to read
remember
it.
who somebody recently acquired Time. That's awesome.
I thought that was cool. You know what I thought was interesting about this is that, so like you're a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to talk about Jesus all you want. I'm transitioning out of the government where I'm like really haven't been allowed to talk about religion or politics. And so to stand in a public building with Time magazine right there with with Jesus in big bold letters was super, super interesting.
That is fascinating.
It's fascinating. It makes me wonder, like, are people curious?
Mm-hmm. I think so. I think in culture, we're seeing this move back towards faith. At least the podcasts that I listen to. There's some surprising stuff that, there's people who are talking about faith, religion, and a move back towards just a religious mind frame that I would have never expected that from. They're not Christians yet, but they're definitely thinking about their faith. And man, that's interesting. Can I tell one story about Time magazine?
Tell us. Yep.
Time magazine used to do maybe every other week it would come out, or once a month it would come out. I can't remember. But then if there was some significant historic event, they would do these like special edition. Oh, it says on here, special edition.
Yes.
So they would do these like special editions, right? So if you go back to 9/11, when the terrorist attacks happened on New York City, about 2 or 3 weeks before that happened, I had this dream. And in my dream, it was like this triage event, and I was at the corner of carrying a woman. It was either a woman or a man, I can't remember. And it was on this like canvas tarp, and her legs had some like devastating injury. It was blood all over the place. And we were moving her in a parking lot to a tree. And I remember the word triage, right? Mm-hmm. And I remembered the image. And I woke up thinking, I think we're going to war. And then 3 weeks later, 9/11 happened. And then, fast forward another month or two, there was a Time special edition. And I bought it. And I was looking through it, and I turned to a page, and it was the exact image out of my dream. It was the picture, and it said in the upper corner, these people are moving this woman to a triage location. It's crazy. Isn't that wild? I don't know why God
That is
gave
crazy.
me that dream, but that was like just one of those weird things that happens, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so cool.
Well, on that note, let's show another puppy video on the way out.
One more good
We'll
puppy.
drop one in there for everybody that loves puppies. We'll make sure that it doesn't have copyrighted music this time, so it doesn't get banned.
Yeah, that was a good song though. I listened to that song all week.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to another episode 4 of Trellis Transcripts.